A sharp and confident-looking Raptors team coming down the tunnel earlier. We'll see if that confidence carries over onto their home floor. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. So the New York starting five, the forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Grimes in at the two. And for Toronto, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Sharing the wing spots for them, it'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. And it's Van Vliet in at the one. At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focus and sleep and eat right. Vital.
Now here's Randall. Lets it go with a three. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
Barnes against Randall. Barnes passes to Siakam. Back to Barnes. Van Vliet outside. 6 to shoot. They double-team Van Vliet. Nobody near Barnes. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Passes it to Randall. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You've got to have a great sense of timing on the alley-oop pass. Fantastic finish by Mitchell Robinson.
And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Toronto. It's a 5-point game. He dishes it to Barnes. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Trent outside. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Siakam. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Poked away. Brunson with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Throws it up high. And it's Robinson with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Toronto. Searching for their first points of the game. And Greg in the era of possession.
Look out! Strong finish. Well, just tremendous hustle by Mitchell Robinson, working hard to find that shot opportunity.
Robinson's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Now Van Vliet. His last outing, he had 18 points. Stolen by Brunson.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Got a piece of it. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And a new group in for the Knicks. And a chance here to check out some stats for OG Anunoby.
And he's tailed off in the last 10 games when it comes to his D. You can see his steals are down, but he's not playing with the same intensity that he had to begin with. The coaching staff's got to get him motivated.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's Trent on the wing. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to end the drought. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 11. Toppin with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Anunoby with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And now the Knicks on the break. With the putback. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for New York.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
Anunoby passes to Barnes. Pass to Siakam. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city.
Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Trent's got it back down to within single digits for the Raptors. To the paint, and stolen by Siakam. Now, here's Anunoby. He's guarded closely. Trent finds Van Vliet. Now, Anunoby. Here's Trent. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Both teams will make substitutions. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. In third, the Knicks.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Last time they met in New York.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Here's quickly 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Toppin. Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Inside, it's tipped. Rose dishes to Toppin. Rose with the ball. And it's Trent picking him up. Rose, good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Barnes passes to Van Vliet, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset, finds the open player in that instance.
Toppin kicks to Rose. And Finished off by Rose.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Barnes. Defense right on him. Van Vliet outside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, Fred Van Vliet is the prototypical floor general, and he just puts that pass exactly where it needs to be.
And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Oh no, Jason made another one.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Raptors trail by 12. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Banton in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Grimes. Great positioning on the putback. Grimes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Here's Anunoby. It's blocked.
Well, you want the activity and the disruptive ability of R.J. Barrett to be on display. It is right there.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Siakam. The shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. Now, here's Siakam. 26 points for him last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at New York. Right now they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Raptors. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Knicks, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And here is Anunoby, coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. Passes it to Barnes. Here's Banton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
The Knicks leading by 17. Brunson goes in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got his second bucket tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the Flames.
one thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Anunoby with it. Picked up by Barrett. And now the Knicks on the break. Brunson with the ball. A slam dunk by Robinson.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Randle with the block.
How about the timing? The rejection by Julius Randle. Read that one beautifully.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Raptors. Flynn comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
The Knicks leading by 21. Toppin with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
And looking at some numbers for Barnes, he's been in good form here the last few weeks, averaging 15 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. The Raptors have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Siakam passes to Flynn. He gets it in there. Flynn's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spending a lot of his childhood in France. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And another fast break for New York. Knicks running.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. The Raptors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Stolen by Rose. Got a piece of it. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Well, let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. R.J. Barrett, 4th.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Boy, that's putting it mildly. The offensive firepower they're packing is superb, and their talent runs the gamut. They can hurt you inside, long range, anywhere in between. They're all just too tough to stop.
Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is RJ's godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
For the Knicks, Randle's checked in for Toppin. Quickly comes in for Reddish. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Rose. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the second quarter. Door since 2000, the New York Knicks have won a grand total of 1 playoff series. What are their issues? Why the problems?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, you always evaluate an organization in its totality. You start with the ownership group, then you go to the general manager, down to the coaches, and how is your roster? What caliber of player is there? Clearly, they have not had stability amongst the GMs, the coaches, or the personnel. It does, however, appear that they are moving in a direction with a clear plan now.
Quickly the pass to Brunson. And again, it's New York.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Raptors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. To the middle. It's stolen by Barrett. And a fast break now for New York. And stolen by Barnes. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Here's Trent. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got his 3rd assist on the night. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Flynn against Brunson. For 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Trent got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Julius Randle getting it done for New York. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down. And through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the New York Knicks.
Tremendous job finding the big dudes and letting them work. Great physicality, and it ain't all about the 3 ball, is it, big fella?
Nope, elbows are on the way.
And let's get back to our featured game. A fantastic battle between these two guys.
They've been assertive at the offensive end, willing and able to shoulder the scoring for their teams.
Yeah, they put on a show for us, Shaq. It's something we kind of expected, but 2 great competitors are really going at it.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Randle and Robinson will be the inside pair. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. And Robinson is right there. Robinson's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Knicks. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Down low, here's Siakam. Banked in off the glass.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Randall surveying the D. From deep. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently, and I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
2 on the clock. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great
That's a great dunk.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Siakam. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Siakam's got 6 points.
Well, you love the size and the length of Siakam, so he's comfortable in the painted area, does nice work there.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And I just love his competitiveness. He's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
New York calls timeout. And the Raptors making a change here. Boucher is checked in. A different look for New York. For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
Help out on Derek.
Outside Rose. Over in the corner, Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
And Reddish with the slam.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
New York's gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. And yes, it's good.
Well, there's an all-around aspect to Evan Fournier's game and a really smart decision with the ball there.
Out to the right wing. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet.
Timeout.
Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight. New York calls timeout. Ken Burch is checked in for Pascal Siakam. Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. OG Anunoby, number 1.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
For New York, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Now the pass to Reddish. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And it's good, 2 points. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. Trent with it, defended now by Fournier. Here's Anunoby. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad's.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
And the second chance effort by Rose. Rose has got 8 points. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Burch's shot's good.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week. So good at keeping his balance. Evan Fournier's ability to stay composed and find a way to capitalize, nicely done.
To the inside, it's tipped. There's a minute left in the third quarter. The putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Anunoby, good.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Rose. He's got 10. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Fournier pulling out the floater in that instance, the perfect opportunity to display that aspect of his game.
Trent passes to Boucher, and stolen by Fournier. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Reddish with the slam.
That's just good awareness from top and willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
Van Vliet against Rose. They get a hand on it. And here again, the Knicks in transition. Up the court they go. And Fournier kicks to Sims. And so it's the New York Knicks sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Ken Burch is out there with Young. And it's Flynn in a point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. It's good from long range. Grimes has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for New York. The Raptors shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Down low. Shoots it up. Here's Young. It's deflected. Here's Grimes. Driving the lane. Good on the shot. Grimes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, defense simply not quick enough. And when you're trying to cover down low, a split second is all it takes.
And Toronto turns it over again. And New York making a change here. Barrett's checked in.
R.J. Barrett.
Long range from the inbound, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Hernangomez in the corner. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Excellent instincts from R.J. Barrett right there. Finds the gap, drives with confidence.
It's stolen by Barrett. Poked loose. Here's Sims. There's the triple. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Banton, quickly covering, and there's the feed to Young. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for Thaddeus Young.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Tuesday, they continue the road trip heading out to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And you look at the schedule, you know it's never an easy ride through the Lone Star State. Doing the Texas Triangle is never a fun time. So if they can somehow get 2 out of 3, that's going to be a huge accomplishment.
Back to Flynn. Clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 6 in the quarter. The Knicks have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. That one from long range.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Outside Flynn. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Flynn.
Well, finishing through contact is a skill, and Young is showing real grit, powering through the defense.
Quickly the pass to Hartenstein. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And another 3 for New York.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Banton, quickly covering. Knocked loose. Now Barrett.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. The Raptors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And Barrett slams it in.
When he's dialed in, he plays with such force on the offensive end. R.J. Barrett doing work.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Banton, quickly covering. Here's Flynn. There's the dish to Young. And they go to the intentional foul. For a while, the East was all LeBron. And the West, well, Doris, as we know, the West was dominated by Golden State. But now, Does the league, do you feel more wide open?
Well, certainly when you look at last season, I thought there were 4 teams in the East that absolutely had a shot to make the finals. Contingent on health. Obviously, Milwaukee, without Chris Middleton, struggled to get over the finish line. In the West, you had 3 teams who I thought legitimately could advance. So certainly the gap between playoff teams feels smaller.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for R.J. Barrett.
Well, I think his contribution...
Guys, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense, R.J. Barrett.
And Toronto turns it over again.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Randall throws it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Boucher with the steal. Will it go? Got a piece of it. Rose against Flynn. It's Barrett on the wing. Buries it down low.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Barnes. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Banton. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's Rose with the 3. It drops. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. RJ, when you look at this game, the offense was clicking. What was happening out there?
Just really getting the win. And when everybody contributes and everybody's, in double figures, everybody's playing well together, that's what it's all about.
And you were a big part of that as well, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, R.J. Barrett.